energetically, we are constantly in relationship with each other. And not just with humans, but with the wider, larger environment around us too. I'll give you an example. Let's try this together. Close your eyes right now and bring to mind a person that you don't really like, maybe even hate. Or if you don't hate anyone, then someone that you have friction with, someone that you feel jealous of, or there's some envy there. And just notice how that changes your embodiment right now, and your state of being. And for myself, I noticed my throat immediately constricted, and I felt a heaviness all of a sudden. And now bring to your awareness, bring to your mind's eye, someone that you really care and love. Someone that you really, really love and care about. And notice how that changes your embodiment and how you're feeling right now. So immediately, I felt almost like a rising, like my body wanted to lift up. And my chest feels light and expansive. Yeah, shake it off. Open up your eyes if they were closed. Kind of interesting, right? So most of us are kind of moving around the world very, very in our heads, in our own agendas, in our own bubbles. And it's natural to live life that way. But the issue is we forget about our common shared humanity. We forget the benefits and the power of empathy and compassion, which is exactly what we're going to be exploring today. So welcome to Day 10, Relational Mindfulness. You know, growing up, even though I was super social, very friendly, always making eye contact, asking people how they are, I also noticed that there was still a part of me that I was kind of keeping hidden away from the other person. And again, it's not happening consciously. I'm not doing it on purpose, right? It's all subconscious programming. And this reflected in my patterns and habits, right? I would never ask for help. I was very, very hyper independent. And I realized that the main reason is because I felt separated from the larger environment, from, our common shared humanity. Deep inside, spiritually, I felt cut off from it. The more I practiced relational mindfulness in my interactions, especially the informal, brief interactions, I started to feel like this sense of connection and belonging to my community, to the rest of the world, a lot more, which made me feel more confident. It raised my self-esteem. It made me feel heard. It made me feel seen. And yeah, I just feel like we're all in this together. I really do feel that way. So your practice today is called the coffee shop practice, which was developed by Mark Walsh. I learned about this in my embodiment coaching certification program. And all you're gonna do is today, whichever interactions you're having, brief informal interactions you're having with people that you don't know, it can be even people that you do know, but any interaction you're having, I invite you to pause and connect with your own embodiment. So connect with your presence first. Maybe take a deep breath. Maybe place a hand on your heart. Just check in with how you're feeling at the present moment. Like, I feel happy. I feel tired. I feel confused. I feel blocked. I feel irritated, whatever it is. And then what you're going to do is you're going to make a conversation, or you're going to make contact with the person in front of you. Now, for some of you who are very, very shy, if you're introverts and you don't like all of this, you don't like talking to people you don't know, then start with just a smile and eye contact. That's enough. If you feel like, okay, you know what, I am very, very friendly, then notice if you are self-sacrificing, or check in whether what you're asking or the way you're responding is because you want a certain response from them, that you want them to think of you as kind or intelligent or nice. Like, notice those feelings. And at the end of the day, make sure that you share your observations, your reflections with a trusted friend or loved one, or counselor, coach, therapist. If you don't have any close people around you or anyone that you feel you can trust, then journal. Journal, journal, journal. The first element of this practice is building our internal resources for belonging. And belonging is a core, fundamental human need. Without it, we feel insecure, we feel displaced, anxious, ashamed, lonely. We feel like we need to try and control everyone around us, control the situations around us. Also start to self-sabotage our own relationships because we feel like we're not worthy. We're not worthy to have, beautiful, meaningful, harmonious connection. More than even intimate relationships, it's about feeling the sense of belonging, which helps us, motivates us to achieve. It motivates us to move forward, to live for something bigger than us. So as you do this practice, you begin to see the world as one. You begin to see everyone as part of you, not separate. The second element that we are building through this practice is empathy. The more empathic we can be as individuals, the more that we can really understand and put ourselves in another person's shoes and understand their thoughts, their emotions, their behaviors, the more satisfying and meaningful connections we have with others, the more that our stress levels lower, our resilience increases. We are able to manage conflicts better as well because we are open to more perspective. We are not taking things personally. And a very interesting study published by the Journal of Occupational Health Psychology found that healthcare professionals, when the more empathic they were with their interaction with their patients, the less burnout they experienced compared to healthcare professionals who weren't so empathic, who just kind of went in and did their job and left. So yeah, this is a beautiful skill to build. Lastly, the more and more we are paying attention to how we are operating when we are in relationship with others, the more and more we can also stay in our authenticity and not stray away and move out of alignment to ourselves, not try to fake it, not try to people please, not be indifferent or insensitive. So I wish you all the best for your practice today. If my story resonated with you or anything in this video, I'd love to know in the comments below. And remember, we are adding up all of and compounding everything that we're learning. So day 8 was welcome everything, assume nothing. Day 9 was dare to be vulnerable. So we're combining all of those things, and now today you are going to be practicing this with another and seeing how that goes, noticing your patterns and noticing maybe in what ways can you kind of show up more and more as your authentic self rather than something that you are not. So yeah, that's all for now. Thank you so much, and namaste.